Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding Magic Afterbirth Plus. 20 wins in a row. It's small, but it's mine. No comment. Okay, scary situation. Great stats except for HP though. 774B RBM1. You know, it's not bad, but I was hoping it wouldn't be. I was hoping it would be HP. The thing that's most scary about the situation for me is that the metronome is the smart money is on using it. We're gonna start to get into like, you know, a geometric equation or something. If you use it, you know, there's plenty of items that give you HP. There's only a few that take HP away. However, what are the odds that we're gonna lose if we don't get HP immediately? Relatively, I don't want to say low, but you know what I mean. They're not that high. Whereas, what are the odds that the metronome could kill us? Also not that high, but it's a little, you know, it's kind of like it's Tal Bachman-esque, you know what I mean? Like, even if it's not so high, it's still high. Yeah, he's high above me. It's so lovely. So, hold on. Seller 1. I'm willing to fight the boss. Ragman, wish it wasn't you. Why is it, and maybe it's, and by maybe I mean definitely, by the way, but I'm sure it's observer bias, but like, always seems like when you're on the 1 HP ones, you fight the difficult bosses. Haunt, Ragman, etc., etc. Dude, that's huge. Divorce papers, first off, great upgrade, tiers-wise, but then secondarily, look at this. All of a sudden, you look at this, hold on. Look at this. There we go. We got a bone heart, and the bone heart is gonna do great work for us. So now, why not, you know? Take an opportunity when you get a chance. Use the metronome. Yo. We should be okay. A bone heart is actually amazingly resilient. You know, compared to, by all other known laws of aviation, etc., etc. That meme is dead, right? Are we still talking about B-movie, or is that, like, officially bye-bye? I hope it's officially gone. But you know what? It's a little scary. Because the B-movie meme is a meme that's for people slightly younger than myself. That was one of the first memes that made me realize I'm no longer in the upper class of memes. You know, the stuff that was like, hey, remember this? And it'd be a picture of, like, you know, B44, the boy band that sang, you know, if you get down on me, I'll get down on you. Those have now been replaced by memes of stuff from, like, Nickelodeon eras that I'm not familiar with anymore. The early to mid-20s meme-minati that are in control of the meme economy, they're outside of my demo now. And it'll happen to you too, I promise. Like, for example, I have no idea who the freaking Sprouse twins are, okay? Saw a meme about the Spruce twins? I don't even know. They're from an era that's, I guess it must be just after mine. I got no idea, dude. I didn't even know, you know, Corey in the House is, I mean, it's been around forever. It's recently taken on a slightly more nefarious angle, but simultaneously, I didn't even know about that one, you know? All I knew is it's a party every week, baby. And then people calling in an anime. I'd say, at this point, I only catch echoes of memes, you know? Like, when people call King of the Hill an anime. You know what's weird? Have I done this before? Here's why King of the Hill is an amazing show. And it's really, really good. And I say that, I mean, knowing that I'm preaching to the converted, and it's a Mike Judge show, so, like, you know, people are well aware of the fact that it's, you know, it's a show with a lot of critical acclaim. That's a weird one. Goathead. But, here's why it's amazing. You know where King of the Hill episodes air in Canada? Country music television. It's a show that makes fun of rednecks. And I feel like I can say that given where I grew up. In Canada, dude, we got rednecks in Canada. I don't know, it's the same deal, you know? You know the video, who that say go and beat them Saints, where they shoot the dude's TV because he bet that the Redskins would beat the Saints or something like that, and they all come over and shoot his TV, and they're like drunk driving in their pickup trucks? That was my neighborhood. between the ages of like 7 and 14. So I feel like I've earned the right to say it, is all I'm saying. But it's a show that makes fun of rednecks, but it also does it with reverence. You know, and I think that's what is like the hallmark of a show like this, is that as a hoity-toity coastal elite, I can turn it on and be like, ha ha ha, Bill Dotrieve, what are you talking about, man? But simultaneously, people that are like Boomhauer are like, I like that dang old Boomhauer, man. He's a well-written, well-rounded character, dude. Like, that's the mark of a well-made show. I think, at least. I mean, it's one of the marks of a well-made show. Because, I mean, you could take it to a logical extreme. Like, you know, do meth dealers actually like Breaking Bad? I don't know. No, I don't think that's really relevant in the situation, I suppose. You know what I mean? It worked! At the end of the day, you know what? I actually would say it was worth it, even though we took the Spirit Heart of Damage. To get Steam Sale and a bunch of cash? Sure, why not? We didn't have any other bombs until a room later anyway. But I've been watching King of the Hill, you know, on occasion, because sometimes I'm just out in the living room, you know, maybe working on my computer or something like that, or, you know, Kate and I are still putting together this 2,000-piece jigsaw puzzle, and we'll be doing so for many years at this point, but through no fault of her own, she's the puzzle master. I'm the one that's, you know, she puts like 10 pieces into the puzzle for every one piece that I put in. But anyway, and I'll just put it on, and I'm like, the show's got a good heart. Like, there was an episode that was on the other night about, you know, World War II vets not getting along with Vietnam vets because the Vietnam vets are too sensitive, and the World War II vets, actually, they feel like their time in the war was like a glorious thing for them. Like, they consider that to be their golden years, and they were doing something good for the world. Whereas the Vietnam vets were much more conflicted about it, had, like, you know, observable PTSD, etc., etc., etc. But they, and you know, it goes in some zany directions because it's a cartoon, but simultaneously, it also had a nice heart at the center of it. If it aired now, I have a feeling it would be in that, like, BoJack, Steven Universe sort of camp, where people would be like, it's not just a cartoon, Mom. Anyway, it's a good show. And unlike some other shows, they canceled it before it got bad. Womp, womp. That isn't an NLSS joke. I was talking about The Simpsons. But if you made a joke about the NLSS there, you burned me. Straight up. Congratulations. Pay him. Pay the man his money. I mean, I don't hate... I guess the question I really have about The Simpsons is, like, who is still watching it? Because I'm definitely... Like, I understand that I'm in this cynical bubble, you know? I'm on YouTube and Twitch. I'm in the cynical bubble. There's no getting around it. And the cynical bubble is, like, exclusively dudes with beards between the age of, like, 23 and 40. It's me, it's Mathis, etc., etc. And, you know, we're all going, oh, The Simpsons has been bad since, you know, the year 1999. But it's been on the air for, like, 30 years. Who is still watching it? Is it the younger generation coming up? Are they still watching The Simpsons in their formative years? Is there a die-hard audience of people who just never got the memo, or they're like, yeah, it sucks, but it's a habit, and also, you know, like, oh, we bond over The Simpsons, etc., etc. I don't know. I mean, I'm not hating it either way. I mean, there's way worse shows on television, I think. But simultaneously, it's just like... I would have thought that... I don't know anybody, to the best of my knowledge, who watches The Simpsons. And even when I was in high school, the word was out on The Simpsons being a little bad. I'm actually going to take it. Don't shoot the messenger. So I only, you know, maybe like 5% of the people I knew would watch The Simpsons on Sunday nights. And we would be like, it's another not-so-great episode, but so be it. I'm surprised the show is still going. But I would never wish for a show to be canceled unless it's going to be replaced by something better, I suppose. Or it's a show that's actually, like, you know, maybe, like, literally doing a public ill. Yo, give me. like Border Security. Border Security, I loved watching it, but definitely, like, after I finished watching it, I was like, I don't know if this show's okay. They're like, you know, after you hop off of a 16-hour flight, they pull you into secondary and then show the interview on camera, and then maybe you haven't done anything wrong. But even if you have, you know, doesn't mean you've waived your right to be treated like a human being. We get it, you're a liberal. Okay. I'm just saying, okay? What do we got here? The run is really, it's come together. Could use a little bit more offensive juice. A little bit more speed wouldn't hurt as well. Like, while we're making a laundry list, well, I want to be the Queen of England. Sorry, that's a different series. That's a callback to a different series. Might even be a call forward based on the timings when episodes come out, so don't even sweat that, you know? You don't need the joke to be explained. That was very bad. So don't do what we did a few runs ago and squander your deal with the devil chance for no reason. If it happens and there's a good reason for it, then so be it. But if you don't have the guarantee of losing it, then don't throw it away for no reason, dude. I was saving it all up for that room. We got a lot of progress made as a result. Anyway. I'm definitely not one of those people, by the way, that's like, you know, the only... there's a coincidence, you know, nostalgia makes fools of us all. If you ask people, you know, what was the golden era for, like, blah, blah, or blah, the two most likely answers you're going to get are right now or, like, the era when I was 13, or 12, 13, 14 years old. You know, it's just because it's a special time in people's lives. It's a formative years. They're coming up with, you know, their tastes and stuff like that. Tomo, what's wrong, buddy? My man. Hitting me with those desperate meows. He's got another one in him. Tomo, he's been meowing a little weird. Don't worry, we're taking him to the vet. He gets weird meows like now and then for, I've talked about this before, but he gets weird meows now and then for like a couple weeks, and then we go to the vet, and the vet's like, he's cool, dude. Just like, stop shaming him for his voice. And we're like, all right, we just want to make sure there wasn't something more sinister afoot. And they're like, why are you being a cop about it? It's a whole... Yeah, I've got to change vets, dude, because I'm not even sure if he's a veterinarian. I think it might just be a business card that he found on the side of the street or something like that. I'm willing to give this a shot. I regret everything immensely. Especially missing with our one and only bomb. You know what? We're not going to lose our deal with the devil chance unless we get hit a ton because of the bone heart. So, just stay alert and stay safe, and thank God for shielded tears helping me out a lot here. Now, like, so I don't think for the most part that I'm a victim of nostalgia, you know? Like, if you ask me what the best year in video games is, I'm not gonna hit you with a year that just so happens to also be a year when I was like 16 years old. I would also have to think about it, you know? I feel like my first hunch would be something like 1994. My second hunch would be something like, I don't even know, like 2012, 2015? Both very good years. I always looked at 2012 for whatever reason because of The Walking Dead Season 1. I know it's kind of like... Rarely has a company fallen from grace in such a short time span as Telltale. And falling from grace, you know, filing for bankruptcy, what's the difference, right? But... If really, like... 6 or 7 years ago, they were, like, at the forefront of what was one of the cutting edges of game design. And now, it's like... They're almost a punchline to some extent, as negative as it is. Hey, Ruka, you shouldn't look so close to the monitor, bud. You're gonna give yourself ocular degeneration. Why? Here, face this way. Turn your head. If you had to rank Will Smith's songs that he's made for his movies, what's his best song? It's gotta be Men in Black, right? I hold this opinion, and I make no bones about it. I think Men in Black might be the only actually good song that Will Smith has ever made for a movie specifically. The only other two that popped to mind immediately, of course, you got Wild Wild West. I do not think Wild Wild West is a good song. But it is, I mean, it's fun. But it's kind of like, it's just cheesy, and it's fun because it's bad, I think. That's the way I've always looked at it, as someone who knows all the words. And then the other one is Nod Ya Heads, The Black Suit's Coming from Men in Black 2. And I think, like, that's... It's okay. You know, I definitely... If you would ask me, like, my favorite songs of the year 2001 or 2002, I probably would have put Nod Ya Heads, The Black Suit's Coming somewhere on the list. But, you know, with the sober light of morning and being an adult, I don't necessarily think that that's... a good song. Just an enjoyable song. I don't know. I'm getting on my own butt. Here's the thing. It's been a long day of recording and streaming. This is the last video. Not ever. You know, the last video for, I don't know, 90 minutes. It's the last video being recorded today. Yo. What do you think? I'm going bottom. No. I know we spent the key. I'm going top right. Top right, by the way. Yo. Well... We did get Seraphim. I can't help but feel probably... My son, what is it? What's the problem? He came in earlier and meowed at me, and I gave him a little attention, but maybe it wasn't enough. Now he's like, hey, what is it, dude? You know, at the end of it, I'm pretty sure that what Tomo's saying is he's mad that Ruka's on the desk. You know what? That's a valid point. As much... Ruka, he narked on you. But it's true. You're on the desk. You shouldn't be on the desk. The desk is a privilege. After I put Ruka down, Tomo left. It's like playing Scribble Knots or something like that. We solved the problem. You never know. A cat's meow, it's like a baby's cry. But yeah, hungry, sleepy... Just feel like having your voice heard. More power to you, dude. If I could be surrounded by the sound of my cat's beautiful meows at all hours of the day except the ones in which I'm sleeping, I'd be a-okay with it. So I kind of like having vocal cats, and we definitely have two pretty vocal cats, Ruka especially, but you know what? Check this out. There's no wrong way to eat a friggin' Reese's, dude. He's done it. Very slowly. I'm still gonna hit you with a little, hotness here. I think this run sort of sucks. It's not particularly offensively strong. It's actually relatively good defensively, thanks to our shielded tiers, but is not... It doesn't have an inspiring level of offensive capability. And what's frustrating is that it's not going to have any more. Please, just let me like the thank you. It's not going to have any more because, you know, we're not getting anything from our boss room on this floor. And additionally, we're not going to... well, I mean, we're getting the Polaroid, but you know what I mean. We don't really have access to any other item opportunities except boss rush because we've already been to the deal with the angel. So I will go to the shop. I don't care about making it to boss rush because it's going to take a teleporter for us to want to be on boss rush in the first place. So we already went to our shop. Was it Greed? Ugh, dude, that's a super bummer. Well, what else can you do, right? You tough it out. We are gonna... I mean, we already know that there's a deal with the angel. So even... This is a question you should know if you played Isaac. But I'm not testing you, I'm testing myself. There's no way it could be like, hey, you know how we gave you a deal with the devil earlier? Surprise. Or a deal with the angel earlier? Surprise, it's a deal with the devil now, and you can take an item that's actually good. I don't think it's doable. So... Unfortunately, we're kind of stuck and going top right, by the way, for the joke. Not sure about that. Bible was not the item we were looking for. This is a long mom fight. Not in the upper, like, 1% of mom fights, but, like, probably in the upper 5%. Usually, I mean, even a single orbital would help us out a lot here. But as long as I gotta recognize, you know, like, we're here 18 minutes in. Obviously, something's going right. Like, don't get it too twisted up. You're in a pretty good spot, actually. You know, as long as you can manage your own mental state, you got nothing to worry about here. Now, if you'll forgive me, I don't really wish... and we don't even know what's going to be in here, so I don't really wish to fight the angel statue either. Just let me hydrate here. Nothing wrong with that. I don't know, it's water. Don't be weird. Secret room, perhaps? Oh, baby. That's the good gravy. Just waiting for, like, a lead in the case to break. Just waiting for, you know, somebody to slip up. Accidentally. Oops, I gave you 2 guppy items. Now you're good to go. Relatively unlikely. But simultaneously, wouldn't it be nice if we could transform, become a guppy that flies and spits flies as well? And then wouldn't it be, you know you're in trouble when he starts to sing. Tammy's head, I don't think it's necessarily better than Krampus's head in this situation, but I do think it is better than... I don't think it's better, you know, full stop. But I think for our situation, I would rather have, I would rather have 6 rooms of utility, even if it's at 1/6 of the power of Krampus's head. And I don't think it's 1/6 the power. I think it's like, you know, it's probably like 1/4 of the power. But it can get up there. We'd probably like to beat the odds to have that happen, but... You know, and by beating the odds, I specifically mean getting a deal with the angel or devil here. That's actually good. Do we have a curse? No curse, dude. The world is our burrito. So, you know, this room's a pretty good indicator whether or not your run's going okay. At the present moment, it's going exactly okay, but not much better than that. So this would be a really, really nice floor for us to pick up, in particular a damage upgrade. We're close enough to the tier cap. I don't necessarily think tier... I mean, it's not bad, don't get me wrong, but it's maybe not what we need to most pertinently to keep us moving forward. What do you got? Blast assist. It's not that bad. I will pop the Magician. I got faith we're going to get a card of more usefulness. Moreover, I'm probably guilty of holding cards like the Magician, never using them, and then finishing the run. So, I'm just thinking, you know, wait until you get a little bit more crowd control-y sort of situation. Everything's going just fine right now. You're very unlikely to be hit, all things considered here. Mostly due to the fact that, you know, they basically never shoot. So this is a big win for us. Range upgrade. Not good. Trinity shield. I don't know why this room is like destroying my eyes right now. Anybody else having that same I think it was like I looked at a dark room for so long on the blast assist fight that this was like, it's seared into my retina. So by the way, I recognize nobody's watching the video. Everybody's 80% of the way to Dreamland right now. If you're still awake, please comment, I'm awake. And I'll start to talk a little quieter. This is a tricky situation. Because, like, I mean, you can see for yourselves. We haven't gained offense. That's the problem. If we could gain offense, who cares, you know? Like, we'd be sitting pretty. We got a great foundation. But a foundation is nothing... You can't live in a foundation, is the way that the metaphor should go. You gotta build a house on top of it, but we haven't been able to get the materials necessary to build a house because we spawned into a bad biome. A biome that's not rich in damage upgrades. Although, there's some irony that our first item was a damage upgrade. The more I think about it, though, you know, I think we've got a relatively easy path. Just because of the fact that, I mean, it's honestly Little Chad, even though it's not really that advantageous in general. Wow, he got me. Yeah, this is a really smart play there. And I guess, dare I say it, but like Little Hush, it's doing work when work needs to be done in a situation like that. But definitely, I mean, I know, it's not, I'm conscious of the fact that, you know, I'm an adult man, you know, of a fatherly age, and to just hear someone like that complain about a video game over and over is, like, deeply uncool. It's like the least cool thing in the world. Like, if you went over to your friend's dad's house and he was like, you know, dang old game won't give me any damage upgrades. If you're like 10, you might be like, your dad's so cool. But if you were like 16, you'd be like, what went wrong? So I'm trying to actively fight back against the, you know, just put good vibrations. But I am preoccupied with the notion, Spirit Heart is very nice, that, you know, if we could just get a damage upgrade, all the good vibes would flow so easily. I've been thinking about positivity lately, because I'm in a weird state. I'm a positive person, and you're not going to believe me when I say that, because a lot of my brand is predicated on getting a little angry about minor slights, you know? But I'm a positive person in general, you know? When people come to me and they're like, hey, this amazing thing happened in my life, I'm genuinely happy for them. I haven't always necessarily been that way. You know, I've never been like, whoa, oh, happy thing happened to you? Well, just prepare yourself, because bad things are around the corner. But it's like, you know, sometimes I've been like, good for you. But in my head, I'm like, I really wish that happened to me. I'm not like that anymore. Like, ever, really. When people tell me good news, I'm genuinely happy for them. You know, and the character that I play on the show, to some extent, is an exaggerated version of, like, the worst part of my personality, which is, I think, is why it's entertaining in the first place, maybe. But simultaneously, just thinking about it, because I've been more positive lately, especially, and I've been making an effort to be more positive, but there's just something about, there's like a scale of acceptability, you know? Like, if somebody's being negative with reason, you can definitely take it. You know, you could be like, I understand why you're mad in this situation, for sure. If someone's upset over nothing, is very cringeworthy, you know? And I don't think I'm rocking the boat too much by saying that. But the only thing more cringeworthy than, like, fake negativity to me is fake positivity. People who are like, you know, bro, good vibes only, you know, hate drama, by the way, here's gossip, etc., etc. Like, fake positivity, and it shows up on Twitter all the time. Maybe it's not fake, but it strikes me as fake positivity. You know, on Twitter I see, and I'm kind of putting myself out here saying this, to be honest, because a lot of streamers do this, and you're entitled to do it. Don't get me wrong. I'm just giving my 2 cents. It's not I'm judging your character. I'm just taking how I view the situation. But I see, you know, streamers will tweet like, you know, don't let people get you down. You can do whatever you put your mind to. Just grit your teeth, put your heels together, and click 3 times. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You haven't said anything. I feel, and we talked about this on the NLSS once. It's probably like 8 months or a year ago. But, you know, to me, it just, I don't know. You know who's a beacon of genuine positivity? Is Dan Giesling. Every morning when he tweets, have a great day, I actually am like, this is a guy out here who's like, if you told him that you had a good day, his day would also be brightened by the fact that you had a good day. That's genuine positivity. But the tweets that sometimes, hold on. I'm just trying to bounce a little hushy around here. The tweets that I sometimes see that are like, you know, You are a golden ray of sunshine in an otherwise cloudy day. I'm like, that's not positivity. That's scary. Without being unnecessarily rude, I guess. I don't know, there's something... People who are always negative 100% of the time, even when things are good, are very exhausting to be around. That's not a controversial statement. But people who are 100% positive 100% of the time, they frighten me a little bit. I feel like forced positivity is what I'm trying to argue against here. Like, at the end of the day, if you're... Maybe I'm misreading it, and all these people are, you know, actually genuinely pushing positive vibes only at all times. I'm willing to admit that that's actually a possibility. But I also, inside of my heart, I'm like, this tweet is like promotion. It's promotion for the brand that you want to sell, which is that you're a positive person. But then, like, I see a clip from your stream, and you get, you know, real mad as somebody in chat for something innocuous. It's, I don't know. I've been trying to tease that out, because, like, I can't be the only person, I know I'm not the only person, who is, like, alarmed by, and by the way, I'm so stoked we got Crown of Light. It's a big damage upgrade that I've squandered immediately, but we'll get it back, you know, right after this room. But, if someone's genuinely negative at all times, I would very much like for that person to examine why they're negative about everything, recognize the fact that that negativity is making them toxic to be around, and work towards being a more fair... Oh my god, dude. A more fair and, you know, pleasant person to exist with. If someone's negative some of the time, when things are particularly rough for them for whatever reason, that's called being a human being. If someone's positive all the time, even when things suck, I feel like everybody is just waiting for a moment to be like, you know what, dude? It's not all, you know, just let me be upset. This is not in, like, we haven't had a situation in our group like this. You know, it's not like I'm taking the I'm like vague booking. You know what that is? Is when someone goes like, sigh. They post a status update on Facebook like, sigh. Boy, I guess nobody wants to talk to me. And then people go like, oh, what do you want to talk about? And they go, I don't want to talk about it. I'm not doing that. I swear to you. It's just musings, you know? It's sometimes when things are really like frigged up in your life for whatever reason, you want to be able to be like, you know, hey, things are going badly for me, and it sucks. And, you know, you want somebody to relate to you, and instead you just, well, chin up, you know, it could be worse. You know, if you think about it, you were really born in, like, you know, you won the lottery. You were born in North America during the 2000s or the 1990s or 1980s. Like, could be worse. You could be born as a little sea snail on the bottom of the Black Sea, and blah, blah, blah. People are starving elsewhere. And you're like, dude, just like, okay, cool. But, like, I hope you know, you're not getting anything. Next time you complain, you are going to be met with a torrent of positivity designed to make the person giving the positivity feel superior, and the person receiving the positivity feel like a piece of garbage for complaining about something that is probably valid in the first place. That's my 2 cents. Look it up, sweetheart. I gotta stop taking damage immediately upon entering these rooms. It's screwing over Crown of Light. It's causing us problems. But maybe earlier, you might not believe me when I said that this realm was in a weird place. It's in a weird place, dude. Like, stats are okay, for sure. But it's fallen off. Even now, it's fallen off compared to... you know, where it was relative to enemies at the start of the game. Even with the damage stat. And part of it is like, you know, shielded tears are they're a double-edged sword for sure. It's hard to hit this guy with shielded tears. In this phase, at least. Moreover, like, I'm not willing to rock the boat because I gotta keep Crown of Light active for my own mental health. I don't know. I just think some people are like, you know, they read like one blog post or something, or a self-help book, and it's like, you know, you get what you give. So if you want a positive life, be positive. And then someone's like, well, I just got into a car accident, you know, my arms are broken. And they're like, well, chin up, you know, you could have your legs broken as well. It's, you know what, Karen, just shut up, okay? Things are messed up right now. Just let me... Why can't you just be a genuine person? Why are you giving me something that's for you instead? When you give me something like that, you're not giving me something. You're trying to take something away from me, and it feels weird. Run. Okay. So having made it through that phase, it sounds super wrong, but I actually think our DPS is going to be higher. I think we're going to be able to land more shots. Maybe not. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. You got him on top of the hush. I do, like... I mean, I really, really hope we get some good items, is what I'm trying to get at. Because... otherwise, I don't think it's likely we're gonna die. But we're really... This run is substantially worse than it looks. I'm cognizant of the fact that it looks pretty good. You know, especially when we have Crown of Light, you look at the damage stat and you go like, what are you complaining about, man? I was gonna say sister. What are you complaining about, sister? See, there goes the Boneheart, and that was like a principal element of our defense on this run. Now we do still have little Chad. No doubt about that. We are taking kind of an inexcusable amount of damage, considering we also have Trinity Shield available, but you know, when the shots come in from the backside, it's hard to handle them. Also very hard to line up the little hush shot here. Yikes, dude. I don't know what to tell you on that one. I'm trying to get out. Please don't. No. Okay, thank God. Get your HP back. This one has become way more... see, this is a situation like this. You keep your chin up. You can do anything you put your mind to. You're an incredible person. Nah, just let me wallow for a bit. You wallow, you get the muck on you, and then you climb out, and you go, ah! This would be a very, very sweet time for us to get a demonstrable damage upgrade of just about any sort. Oh man, I would love to see it. Don't let the top right joke ruin the streak. That's what I'm asking for. Alright, we can fight Mega Satan if we want. Probably not gonna do that immediately, as you might expect. But, yo, this is like really good. We have a problem. Yeah, this is the right path. We have a problem. The problem is, I have to do rooms to get stronger, but doing rooms might cause us to get weaker. You know what I mean? We're lucky we know where to go. I'll tell you, by the way, if you're saying, like, why won't he fight Mega Satan? You got the keys. You're being part of the problem right now. It's basically like, why won't he deliberately lose? We're not statistically equipped to handle that individual right now. That could change over time, but like, as of the present moment, we're not there. Oh, when you got low speed and the enemies come at you hard, like, Little Haunt is like our best damage dealer. How sad is that, dude? Thank you, thank you. Little Haunt dutifully out here, doing what he can. What? What? No, you can't pop up. You can't, oh, that's a problem. See, like, it's real rare for a room like this to get us. I don't know, 6 times? Part of it's on me. There's no doubt about that. But we're playing from behind now. I would say the smart money is probably on us losing the run. It's a scary thought, all things considered. Okay, I like it, for sure. Dude, one bomb also opens this wide up. You might think, like, oh, this is a gimme room. I very much disagree. Yup, and that's why. What can I tell you? You just... Oh my god! We've been rezzed. Wow. It's surprising, for sure. Now, are we rezzed with Holy Mantle? It seems not to me. So, dude, missing poster, or the page of whatever sort. Thank you. Thank you. You don't know yet what you've given to me. You've given me hope. And hope springs eternal or something. That's a quote, right? Or am I thinking of speed kills coming up mountains, speed kills rolling down the street? That's Bush. I don't know if it... People still know Bush? I barely knew Bush. And I'm not talking about, you know, mission accomplished. Oh, very nearly got hit there. I'm talking about Gavin Rossdale, you know? I mean, if you can remember it, you weren't really there. That's what I'm trying to say. Dude, we're very strong now as well. I don't know why we're stronger. Or maybe I'm just happier to be alive. I don't know. Well, hilarious. I don't know. This might also be the first time I've ever been saved on a run with a missing page where I might also be able to make something happen on it. I mean, there's no point, right? We can't have any HP. So, why am I even using this item at this point? That's a great quest. Fair enough. Yeah, okay. It's a terrible run. I hate to lose it, but for now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.